Hey guys, what's going on? Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. It is Tuesday, August 4th, 2020. Sorry about the delay there. It is 9 a.m. Well, 9:03 Eastern Standard Time. I usually start this at 9 a.m. sharp, but I had to update the stream key on OBS with YouTube. Pain in the ass, I know. Technical stuff, I am not an expert whatsoever, but here we are. Took a little last minute fidangling with the OBS and YouTube, but who cares? All that matters is that we're back. Welcome aboard, guys. Morning note time. We do this every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on GAR Capital YouTube. Make sure to like and subscribe our videos. We do appreciate it. Make sure to turn on notifications as always so you don't miss anything because I do like to do impromptu videos to talk about stuff. And if you do like me talking constantly about the markets, then you would definitely want to turn on notifications. 3,964 subscribers. Once we get to 4,000, which is very, very close, 36 away, then we will do a live trading session with me. So make sure to subscribe. Click on the little icon, bottom right hand corner of your screen. Like, subscribe. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. And once we get to 4,000, it is game time. We will do a live trading session with me. Can't wait. All right, so let's talk about markets, shall we? Dow futures down 42 points, slight pullback. Nasdaq futures slight pullback as well, down 32. S&P futures down 11 at 32.77. Russell 2000 down 0.11. Pretty much a strength on U.S. equity futures. Crude oil futures down about 1.39%, still hovering at $40 a barrel. That seems to be support. Bitcoin futures slight pullback, 2.88%. The dollar index is up 0.24% with a nice bounce, 93.77. Silver futures are up even with the dollar up 0.28% at 24.48 a barrel. Gold flirting with that 2000 level again, 0.27%, even with the dollar strong. Keep an eye on that. Forex people, got you, 106.12 on the dollar yen, down 18 pips, 0.7, up 18 pips, 0.17%, and euro dollar down 29 pips, down a quarter point at 117.32. VIX is at up about 136 at 24, still below that 30 level, which seems to be that resistance to me, which used to be support on VIX. I want to take a look quickly on the dollar together and why I put that in the headline. So the dollar seems to be right at that break point. So let's look at the dollar together. And again, this is going to help you with gold. It's going to help you with Bitcoin. So I'm going to do a quick drawing tool here, and you can see that we're kind of already to the point of that straight down descent. So you could see if I do a couple lines here, seems to be that break. Let me see if I can get that line right there, that consistent line. You could see that we are breaking to the upside. So if you want to kind of build a support level here that we did kind of retreat to after that bounce, it's right here. So you have a descending triangle, which I do like to see as bearish if we break down, which we did, 92.54, but a nice bounce. And we're actually breaking above that wedge or that descending triangle. 93.79 is the level now. So you could see we did test that on Monday and then we reverted back. So again, I think this dollar could get a little more of a bid until we get a stimulus package passed. If the stimulus package does pass and more spending does happen, we can go ahead and revert down. Again, I wouldn't touch any kind of dollar index or dollar options trades. But again, it's a good way to keep an eye on gold. So again, you do see this break above that. It's above the 200 too. So if we look at the daily chart as well, and you could see that breakdown. It's a big breakdown, but again, massive support here at 93-ish, 92.54, and break above. Again, we could get back to 96, which is well actually right around 96.37 is your 50-day on the daily chart. So again, we could get a little more of a bounce in the dollar, but again, will that hurt equities? Slightly, it will, of course. A weaker dollar does help multinationals, but again, gold in future, keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Definitely can make it tread water a little bit. But again, this all can be thrown out if it's about the stimulus package, if we do get it passed in Congress, which they're still working on. A secondary stimulus package or unemployment, anything more spending will hurt the dollar. So that's the first thing I want to talk about. Here, the next thing is that Senator Elizabeth Warren was talking about a probe for Kodak. I still have my 15 puts for August 21st. I'm in the money, so I'm still holding that thing. Looks like the 200-day moving average is $10.66. I'm still holding that thing. I think once we tap the 200-day moving average, I'll pull the ripcord and just close it. I made some money on the $20 puts as well. That was in the money for this week. So nicely done there on Kodak. Our students took that. Watching AMD today. AMD needs to break 79 to break out. I have the 80 calls personally. Also looking at SPY bouncing off that 50-day moving average. Again, a slight pullback. It is Tuesday, but again, I see that ascending move to the upside. But Microsoft, slight pullback after yesterday's big run. It did break out of the resistance level of right around 216.39. I have an alert there for a retest back to that level. We're about $3 away, but that was expected to see if we get a pullback. We did play the 225 yesterday. We made profit, which is nice. So very nicely done by the team. We did have some earnings today, so I will go over that here. Let me see if I can bring it up. We have some earnings here. Okay, so we have ATVI. I know people like to watch ATVI. It did break, but then it reverted back. I don't know much about their earnings. Honestly, I do own the stock in an ETF called ESPO, which is esports. It's all video gaming. It has Nintendo, it has Activision Blizzard, it has Nvidia and AMD and those names. So again, I'm long the name on ATV. I just don't own the stock. I think they'll be fine because it's stay-at-home economy. Maybe an 89 or 90 level for a break. Uh, ATVI would not be a bad play, but again, I'd give yourself some more time, see the volume out there, see what's out there. I would not play this week's ATVIs though. Next, we have Beyond. Beyond is breaking above that descending wedge, like I saw here. But again, I did not want to play it. I was still bearish on the name, but again, it did break out, which is very nice. I'm not a big fan of playing it here, but there is a gap to fill at 141. So 140s could be in play, but they have earnings today, so again, it should be a little expensive. Just be careful. I wouldn't touch it. NKLA, Deutsche Bank says to buy it ahead of earnings. NKLA did break above as well. That is the descending triangle, breaking above the 200-day, right at 38.38. If they're just trying to retrace, it would be back to 53.50, which is the resistance. I'm not touching the name. I'd rather be in Tesla. Disney, another one. Descending triangle here. Looks very interesting. Looks like it's going to have a little more downside, in my opinion. But we could get some upside revisions with the parks reopening and what have you. I own the stock. I don't plan to buy anymore until we get to around the 100 level or 110. But right now, 115. I mean, it seems to be treading water here. So unless you're playing longer dated expiries, I wouldn't touch it, to be honest with you. All right. So I just wanted to go over that. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What entry point for long-term position in space? Okay, yes, I like space. I own shares. Take a look at it. Space, I have an alert at 21.15. So I may just buy there around 20. $20 seems to be a good number. G's up says square or what? Square or what? Square 135.72 is on Square. We do have calls on that. So again, we are bullish on it. 140 seems to be the level that it's going to be tapping. It tapped a new all-time high yesterday. It is breaking out, looking very good. But again, you do have earnings coming up this Wednesday, so be very careful. But I do have calls on it. 3 left on Twitter for 5K. Nice, 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 Pietro. Nice. Thanks for the shout out. I'm swinging for Microsoft, but it's down $3.44. Its thoughts will bounce back. Yeah, I like Microsoft here, and I still think we're gonna get a bounce back. Again, the Microsoft is very low beta, meaning it moves with the market. Market's slightly down, so Microsoft's gonna be slightly down today. Profit taking on that TikTok thing. Wedbush says about an 85% chance they actually acquire TikTok. I think the deal happens anyways. I think it's a good deal for Microsoft. So I think Microsoft does bounce, and I'm bull long term. I own the 225. I think it's a 240 calls for January of next year. And I own the stock. CHGG and CRM holding call 2 months for both. I don't know about CHGG and CRM, but they seem to be the moves for the upside for the COVID economy, as Dr. Kramer says. So I like them both long term. CHG I don't know much about, but CRM I'd love long term. What do you think about Zoom option? Zoom looking really good as well. Did break a little bit, but I still think I need a little more here for Zoom. I would say around 272 would give me that break and confirm instead of this little bit of a hit that resistance and kind of pull back. So 272 on Zoom would be something that I would watch. Do you think Apple will keep climbing this week? I do. I do. Again, a breather with the market, just a breather. I still think Apple will continue to climb. It's very expensive, so I wouldn't buy options here. But again, if you were looking to buy some stock in Apple, maybe around 420 would be a nice little place to actually get started. Do you see Microsoft retesting the highs from yesterday? I do. Microsoft back to 212 support. Good to answer calls. Microsoft, if you want to play calls on Microsoft, I would. Maybe take a look at the 220s for this week if it breaks above 215 again, which it should. So just keep an eye on it. TLT. TLT is the government bonds ETF. TLT is a very slow grinder. You're not going to get a lot of moves, a lot of momentum, plus not a lot of volume. So when it comes to options, I would skip it. The smoke is it TLT smoking the Nasdaq this year? Yes, it is. Just a random question: do you trade currencies forex, and is it easier to trade the stock market? There's no such thing as easier. They're both difficult. It's all about putting the time in and effort into something. So again, if you're the type of person that doesn't care about sleep, that is international, forex is your best bet. But if you like 9:30 to 4, then stick with the options. Upwork will beat earnings by a lot. Okay. Beyond Meat worth a play. Should I wait for earnings? I would wait for earnings. Is there any hope for GLD this week? Uh, GLD again. We talked about the dollar. GLD needs 186.14. It is a grinder, but you could see a compression here near that resistance. I think we get it. I think we get a break. Buy DDOG ahead of earnings. I have no idea what DDOG is, so I can't give you an educated decision on it. Datadog, I have no idea on them, and all I see is an ascending triangle. Nice, but 98.99 would be the nice break. Thoughts on RGLD? I have no idea what that is either, guys. RGLD is Royal Gold, but anything if they're a gold miner or something with gold, I'm bullish on it. The only other gold miner I own is Barrick Gold, GOLD. Buying my first call today. Any suggestions? Risk management. Go half position. So think of a number that you have. How would you feel if you lost $500 today, $200 today? Find a number of resistance where you're just like, oh, if I lost $300, I'd feel really shitty. Take that in half. $150 should be your max position. Good time to buy HD. I do love HD long term, and I haven't bought it yet. I own it, but I haven't added it anymore. But I do like HD. I just haven't bought any shares. So watch AMD. Anything else? Yep, I talked about it earlier. AMD, Microsoft, Kodak. I'm watching. Do you think SLV will climb back and continue to climb? I do. Again, I'm bullish gold and SLV. You could see the compression, same thing as gold. We should get a nice break. Apple this week, maybe. I would not play calls on it. It's not much to do there. I mean, the premiums are very expensive, so I would just watch them. But if you do want to play, the 450s could be in play. Let's see what we get. NIO, I don't play, but my VP Nick did. He made some money. NIO is climbing. Take a look at the 16s. That'd be interesting. But again, they just reported. Let's see if we get that continuation. Apple 450 calls look interesting, but again, I'm not in a rush to get into them. That's all. Think NVIDIA breaks the previous day high of 443.95. I played NVIDIA yesterday with the team. Congratulations. And I think NVIDIA does continue to climb. They're a great stock, great company. Visa to MasterCard. They're the same. I own Visa. Workhorse. I don't know much about Workhorse. I know a lot of people ask about it. WKHS. Break 2069. I guess you can play some calls, but I've never traded it. Fabian asks, Carlos, I was looking to your premium, subscribing to your premium plan. It's $200 a month. They confuse me when you say 4,000 underneath. Will you explain for me, please? 4,000? Throw that out the window. That's masterclass. If you're not trying to do one-on-one teaching, forget that. And that number is incorrect. $200 a month. $200 a month is the premium signals group. That's what we have. So keep an eye on that. Let's see. Tesla long term at current price. Tesla, what I'm looking at here is the level of 1215 to buy. I like 1215 to buy here. Riot blockchain. Nah, I'd rather just buy Bitcoin. No thanks. Good morning. ADT a good stock to buy and hold. ADT is the alarm company. No, I wouldn't. Again, another kind of deal where you get the big deal, the big pop, and then the fade. I know they got to deal with Google now. Alarm companies. Yeah, I guess that everyone's being home now. But do you really need an alarm system when you're not home? When you're home, I just don't see it. I still think ADT kind of a niche thing, so I wouldn't buy it. think there's better routes for your money. Good morning. What kind of signal do you guys give? We give out options trade signals. We just tell you what we're trading. That's it. We just tell you what we're doing. All right. With that being said, we'll go ahead and leave it there, guys. Have a great rest of your day. GARCapitalFX.com is the website. We really do appreciate you. And make sure to subscribe and like. Turn on notifications on our videos. I'm sorry if this video doesn't have all the bells and whistles and all the cool graphics most people do. Hey, this is the best we got. I'm not a big technical guy, so just a heads up. If you have suggestions on more videos, make sure to comment below. I love to hear from you guys. Suggestions are always welcome. So thank you so much, guys. Have a great rest of your day. GARCapitalFX.com. Happy Tuesday. Happy trading, guys.